What's up with it, y'all? Hit that like, hit that sub. Also hit the comment as well. We live right now. Polo Sports Talking ENT. Give y'all a minute to get in here. Hope everybody's Saturday going all right. If you up early, one thing you gonna know about me, man, is I'm a early riser, man. You always gotta be an early riser, man. The early bird always gets the worm, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And I always sleep one eye up. Hustlers always sleep one eye up. Always remember that. But give y'all a minute to get up in here. Hit that like, hit the sub. Shit. Now, before I go ahead and I get started, I want to give a shout out to there's 3 new subscribers that don't subscribe to the channel. I want to give a shout out to 501 Chief, uh, Patrick Renee, and Sean Dennis. I want to thank y'all for your support. Love to the channel. Also want to give a shout out to AEC, Florida Boy 1804, and Sit and Throw. Thank y'all for your comments and subscribing to the channel too as well. Okay, and I'm gonna be working on a lot more stuff. Um, One thing y'all gonna know about me if you haven't tuned into any of my channels, because I do have another channel too. I have Polo Sports News Plus. Y'all can subscribe to that. I'll put the link not only in the comment section, but I also put the link in the description as well. But one thing you're gonna know about me is that we talk about everything on here. Nothing is off limits. I'm not repetitive, and that's no shade to any of the other channels. They do what they do. But I just know for here, what's up with it, Omar? How you feeling, man? Good morning, man. Salute to you, brother. And definitely, let me stop there for a minute. Definitely go check out Omar Page's page. If you're not sub to him, I got it. I'm sub to him. Really brings a lot of really dope content. So salute to Omar. Oh snap! I just spilled my drink. Hold on, y'all. I'm already fucking up this morning. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming, bro. All right, y'all. Look, we not just. It's not one aim topic that I'm gonna be talking about right now, but I'm gonna start off with Deontay Wilder right now. Okay, and as many of you know, Deontay Wilder is gonna be stepping foot back into the ring. He's gonna be fighting again. Uh, it's gonna be set for Wilder and Fury 3 is going to be set for the 24th. Okay. And believe it or not, I got a different feeling about not only Deontay Wilder but also Tyson Fury. Now, in Deontay Wilder's case, it's either put up or shut up right now. It's put up or shut up right now for several reasons. Now look, we could get into Fury's gloves and whether he cheated or not and all this other stuff. They wasn't saying that in the first fight though, because uh just to be real with you, in both fights, Fury actually outboxed him. Now the whole cheating thing, I don't really get into all that conspiracy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And if there is proof, which you know they they they've showed it plenty of times, hey, they can go ahead and they can spin that. They can also spin the narrative that oh well, Deontay Wilder wasn't really he was, I guess, uh, well, not sore, but I guess the outfit that he wore to the ring and whatnot that had an impact on him. Look, I don't want to hear no excuses. Look, man, when you step in the ring, you step in the ring. Now, uh, for Deontay Wilder's case, I definitely feel that uh, he's gonna have to come back, 50 times harder, because I was hoping that he came back and fought again. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think he was gonna step foot back in there because he seemed like after that first fight, it took a lot out of him, especially when you think about how he fired his trainer the way he did, and all his trainer was trying to do was really just save the man's, not only his career but save his life as well. He was trying to do both, but he fired him because he wanted to go out on his shield. And to me, that says a lot about you. Did you fire the man because you wanted to go out on your shield, or did you fire him because you were mad, that you had lost? Now, for people that don't know this, when it comes to your equilibrium, uh, if you don't have your equilibrium, pretty much you can't do anything. You can't do anything. It's impossible to do a lot of stuff, especially when you consider when you're playing contact sports, and with a sport like boxing, you definitely you definitely gonna feel that effect. So I just think that for Deontay Wilder's case, he's definitely gonna have to come and show and prove this. And if some people disagree with me, hey, look, I want you to come in here, flex your opinion. That's what this is about. This is about flexing your opinion. I want to hear what you got to say. You know, I want to hear what you have to say. So in Fury's case, Uh, he's he fights a little unorthodox, but you know he definitely can fight. And look, it a lot of y'all, man, y'all think, oh, just because uh this guy's a different race or he white or something like that, you're not down, shit like that. Man, look, I'm not with that. If you could box, you could box. If you could play, you could play. Race ain't got nothing to do with it. It's just skill. You know what I'm saying? But we got to stop all this. Oh man, that nigga, he ain't hood enough and all this other stuff. Look, now we don't have. They gonna fight in Vegas. There's not gonna be any type of excuses. They're gonna watch this fight closely. They're gonna make sure that nobody's putting anything in anybody's gloves. And now we don't have any type of excuses. It's much like the NBA. It's much like the NBA and the bubble. Okay, everybody was like, "Oh man, but the Lakers, they got a Mickey Mouse championship, and uh, you know, that wasn't fair to some of the teams and all this other stuff." Nah, okay, look, everybody's running it back. Everybody's at full strength, and I'm gonna touch on that in just a second. Right now, while I'm thinking about it, but everybody's at full strength. At least that's what we see right now. You know, but I certainly don't want any type of excuses saying that, oh, well, this superstar was hurt or this superstar had COVID protocol. Just the same damn narratives that they like to spin in case one of these guys loses, so they'll have an excuse. Like when Curry lost last night. Okay, look, he lost fair and square. Okay, give John Morant his just due. Give that man his just due. He's next in line. Somebody in the comments, uh, I can't remember, who it was exactly, and you're entitled to your opinion. He feels like, Zion is gonna carry the league, and but to be honest with you, at one point I did feel that way, but from looking at Zion, I don't think that he could carry the league as much as maybe Ja or even LaMelo Ball is, because I believe that those two right there are the future, as well as Luca. Luca has marketability, whether you want to believe it or not. Luca. Okay, he's not, the leaper or athletic and jumping out of the gym type, or doesn't play, you know, the typical American. So, well, he throws a little American in there, but he's not supremely gifted athletically. But he gets the job done on offense, and he's not afraid of the moment. Like Ja last night, he's not afraid of the moment. But Curry, he he did not come up in a crucial situation. And the guy in Ja, only 2 years in the league, coming in at that's phenomenal. The league needs more of that. That shows right there that a superstar can get knocked off. So I don't want to hear this. Oh well, the NBA gonna lose money now because you got to have Steph Curry and all this other stuff. Look, a lot of people want to see him. A lot of people don't. You know, and Steph Curry's a great player, but the NBA that I once watched, the NBA that I used to tune into, anybody can get got at any given time. At least that's the NBA that I used to watch. You know what I'm saying? Now it's been so much repetitive and less parity that you already know what's going to happen, and that's boring. Nobody really wants to see that. I mean, at least I don't. Repetitiveness every year, man. Let's get somebody different in there. Now another thing that we got to talk about too uh, is Earl Spence and Manny Pacquiao fight. Now, yes, I do talk about boxing. I talk about boxing on here. Now, shout out to 78 Sports. He got a lot more in depth information on that, but nevertheless, I do touch on boxing, and a lot of people want to know, what I like about boxing, who I like in boxing. Right now, my favorite fighter right now at this stage of the game is Canelo. Okay, I've said that once again, but I got respect for everybody that's in the game. But nevertheless, Errol Spence is going to be fighting Manny Pacquiao. He's going to be fighting him on August the 21st, and it's a title fight. It's definitely a title fight, and some people want to see this and some people don't. They think it's because of the age. Manny Pacquiao, they feel like he's too old to be fighting. Look, Manny Pacquiao's still in great shape. If you could still fight, you can still fight. I mean, I looked at Floyd Mayweather. He's still in pretty decent shape. Shout out to Monty. Uh, Monty has said this. He put this in perspective. He had said that at 44, and showed uh, Mayweather still doing pad work at 44 years old, wasn't missing a beat. Man, that's pretty good. Now, whether he could do that in the ring, which I have no doubt that he probably could, yeah, I have no doubt that he could, but we're not gonna know. Now, Pacquiao's 42. He's 42 years old, so he's a little bit younger than what Floyd is or whatnot. And hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Right. He was a little bit younger than what Mayweather was. Now, this is another thing that we have to look at too. Is while Earl Spence is just coming off the win with Danny Garcia, which was a dominating performance by Earl Spence. Uh, Manny Pacquiao hadn't fought anybody since he hasn't fought anybody since Keith Thurman, and when he fought Keith Thurman, he pretty much he defeated he defeated he defeated him in dominated fashion. So I think that uh, this would be a good fight on on his resume. As you know, Earl Spence, he's a WBC and IBF welterweight champion. Uh, Earl Spence, in my opinion, is is the second best fighter right now, especially when you consider the middleweight, uh, all of those different divisions. Next to Canelo, and then I, I don't have I don't have Crawford up there. See, see Crawford had a chance to fight. He had a chance to fight. What's it called? Manny Pacquiao had a chance to fight Earl Spence. But see, right now they're making it happen. And that's another thing. That's another thing I respect about Earl Spence. He doesn't duck anybody. Neither does Manny. And Manny's not afraid to lose. Everybody's so concerned about their donut and 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 them being undefeated because Floyd has set that bar. But the fact of the matter is that somebody's O has to go. And just because you lose a fight, that doesn't make you any less great than other ones. All of the greats have lost fights. Well, the vast majority of them have lost fights. Okay, let's start with the obvious. Muhammad Ali lost fights. Okay, Roy Jones Jr. done lost fights. Uh, I could go on and on and on. It happens to the best of them. But just because you're undefeated, that doesn't make you flawless. What really makes you flawless is if you come back and be resilient, which Manny Pacquiao has in the past. He's been resilient. He's been able to bounce back. Canelo, he lost one. He lost one to Mayweather. Now he was a baby, but nevertheless, I don't do that excuses on this channel. I don't do that here. I don't do that here. So if you step in the ring, if you step on the court, if you step in any type of arena, or you doing your selected sport, and you lace them up, or you putting on the gear, you putting on the pads, it's no excuses. You step inside within them lines, there's no excuses. And that leads me to another thing. uh, okay, look, it got to touch, of course, on LeBron. What's up, Sterling Young? I see you in the building. Salute to Sterling Young. Now, look, with and I want to give a shout out to several people for bringing this story too. I want to give a shout out to Hitman X for breaking the story. I want to give a shout out to Ticket TV for breaking the story, and I think FYF had brought the story too as well. Shout out to them as well. Okay, for bringing the story about LeBron. Okay, but pretty much LeBron has violated the protocol. Okay, and when it comes to the protocol, you know that right there is a narrative that I feel like they're spinning because okay, they're gonna be like, oh well, if they go down or if they lose or something happens, just like I said in the beginning, they're gonna try to find some way, somehow, some way to try to spin a little narrative because they know that this player isn't 100%, or they know that they really don't have the talent to beat this team or something like that. And to me, I think that is just so unfair. Why come with that right now? Right? Why right now? And many people feel like LeBron is playing hide and seek. They feel like he's playing hide and seek. Now, whether he is, that remains to be seen. But come on, man, pulling a stunt like this, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I think it's disgusting for sports, and it makes you not even really want to pay attention because it's like, oh man, everybody's amped up, everybody's anticipating. See, last night, and shout out to Sterling Young, who's on here with me. Salute to you, Sterling, right now, man. Last night when we were watching that game,
Hmm.
that's what you want to see. That's where you make your name. You knocking off another opponent, that's where you make your name. The playoffs is where you make your name. Like Rondo, okay, they ain't really pay attention to him in the regular season. But guess what? Guess what his name is? Playoff Rondo, because he comes in and be in key moments and stuff.
Right.
And see, when you're on a stage like that, you got to show up. To me, I feel like I feel like they're just doing this. I feel like the NBA is involved too. Yeah, I feel like they're involved in that, and they don't want they're trying to protect whatever. So I don't like it, and they need to they need to get it together, man, because this is despicable. That's why some people are they're really ready for a change in the NBA. I know I am, and many people don't agree with me when I say that it should be Luca, and LaMelo Ball carrying the league.
Right.
LaMelo Ball just has that flair to him, like he's not scared at the moment. Ja Morant, he had that flair to him, like he's not scared at the moment. Luca, even I don't get into the race stuff, European, white, whatever. He still had that flair to him, like he's not scared of the moment, and people want to see that. They definitely have arrived. They're coming to take over. But anyways, yeah, young, what you got on there? We're talking about various things, but right now I was touching on LeBron's situation.
Um, him missing protocols. Oof, that's a problem right there. Missing protocols. Attending the event. That's you know, if LeBron, I just want to know if LeBron, if he's not held responsible for his action, then this really shows the how basic biased the NBA really is. Regardless how people feel about COVID, the fact is that that man violated the league safety protocol. Period. They have to me the NBA have to do that. You're gonna have they have no choice but to do that. They have to do that. And and hey man, that's possible. You gotta take your responsibility and be a man admitted it. And if he doesn't, accept responsibility, then that's a problem. That's a problem, right? That'll be a problem. Because because he's gonna flip a narrative, and his fans will believe it. Because his fans is crazy. Because they'll believe everything this guy says. Because he had an injury, and it was like, well, he didn't play because he had injury. Missing. Now they're gonna say missing protocol. Well, he didn't make club because he had missing protocol. Just it's gonna keep building narrative after narrative after narrative until he retires. So so I want him to take that responsibility and admit that I want him to admit that he violated it. So he violated the league, point blank period.
And you know what, young? And see, listen, and that's facts what you were just saying. I'm all for partying. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for, celebrating. Uh, I'm all for, taking the load off every now and then, getting call it what it is. Young, this game is no joke, and Ticket has put it in perspective before. Uh, Two Raw has put it in perspective before. LB has put it in perspective before. Lots of others. LVZ has put it in perspective before. That when you take in consideration the grind of the NBA life, and traveling and media, much less the obvious is working out and stuff like that. It takes a toll on you from a mental perspective, emotional perspective, and a psychological perspective. But this is my thing. You knew You knew what the rules were. You're the quote unquote face of the league, right? You the face of the league. You the best player, right? You know better. But see, some people have it set in their mind like, okay, this is a seed that's planted. And like you just said, there's no business to me. Okay, look, I don't know LeBron's body. Okay, the only thing that we know about LeBron's body, Sterling, is what he invests so many millions in that just so that he could stay in tip top and everything. Well, okay, you invested that much money into your body and stuff like that. Okay, why are you going to do this? Before the playoffs. Right before the
Yeah,
playoffs, and
you know, starts today. Yeah.
yeah, you know what's at stakes. Like, why are you gonna do some stuff like that? So now many people are gonna continue to put that have that those doubts in their mind that you don't want to show up. Look, the greats that came before him, oh, they're gonna be hyped up. They not thinking about no man, they thinking about handling business, getting whoever their opponent is out of the way. And you say people say what they want about Jordan. Yes, he did party. Okay, he smoked cigars.
He did gamble. Yeah,
Yeah, he did all of that. But guess what he did? He took care of business first. Got his opponent out of the way. Then you go ahead and do all that stuff.
right.
And don't do it. Man, keep your stuff on the low. You know what I'm saying, young? Don't be all out there with it, man. Go. We know you drink wine. Damn, everybody know you drink wine. Shoot, there ain't nothing wrong with that. But come on, man, don't do it. With everybody else, and then you got protocols you got to follow. So
Hmm.
he knew better than that. He knew better than that. I was just talking about boxing before you came, young. I don't know if you was listening, but we got fights coming up, man. You got Deontay Wilder and Fury, and then you got Earl Spence and Manny Pacquiao finna come up, man. What you got on that, man? I know you love boxing, young.
Yeah, definitely. Finally, no third fight gonna be Tyson Fury and no Deontay Wilder. No, gonna have that. Gonna have Deontay Wilder gonna have his revenge. Because he, and all, and he's gonna not gonna make those. I know he's ready. He's been ready this for like what, like 2 years, like a year, 2 years, and having that, losing, very just, and a lot of stuff happened to him. He just, he lost his trainer. He just fired his trainer. Then this fight happening, and you really want to go out there and really want to reclaim your spot, want to be the main top guy, and now you having the opportunity against the guy that that you wait for a long time, and it's gonna be a good fight between them because it's gonna be a big fight because all that. I know Deontay Wilder finna hold a lot of animosity on that fight, and for the Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao, um. It definitely be a good fight, but that's one thing. Let's get it straight about Errol Spence, good fighter, likes to work on the body, but one thing for sure, Pacquiao's not gonna quit. I know we all.
Yeah.
I mean, we all seen Pacquiao fights. That man's gonna keep. He's not a good. He's not a good defender. We all know he's not a good defender. All it does, he's just gonna keep punching you until you knocked out or hurt. And that's how he is. He's a
Right.
fighter. He's gonna keep punching. He's gonna keep coming, keep coming at you. And that's what Eric Spence got to do. Focus on his defense and not get hit. Because Manny's really good offensively, very speed with his punches, and definitely um, and that definitely be a good fight. Mm.
Well, two things on that. Yeah. Now I'm gonna get to Wilder and Fury in a minute because, believe it or not, man, I got a different feeling about Wilder, and a lot of people don't like the way that I feel about it. But I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But listen, when it comes to Earl Spence, and it comes to and it comes to Manny Pacquiao, I put it in perspective that Manny Pacquiao is 40. He's 42 years old. You know what I'm saying? And he's blessed to still be boxing because what's it called is older than him. Floyd Mayweather's 44. Now,
Right.
you brought up something that was a good point. You brought up the fact that Earl Spence uh, goes to the body and everything, and is he's superb when it comes to defense. This is what I felt. I felt that Errol Spence should have they should have set up the Sean Porter fight again because I know Sean Porter wanted to fight him again because Young, you watched that fight, right?
Yeah.
The first one. Sean Porter could have could have won that fight up until that knockdown.
Mm.
And to me, I felt like, and see, I give respect to Sean Porter because Sean Porter doesn't duck anybody, and see, that's why I don't have I think Monty, shout out to Monty, Monty Sports, he was saying this, he was saying that uh he had four people of the generation. He had Manny Pacquiao, I mean not Manny Pacquiao, he had Floyd Mayweather,
Right.
he had Canelo Alvarez, he had Terrence, and he
Terrence
had
Crawford, Bud, yeah.
yeah, and he had Earl Spence. I don't have Terrence Crawford in there. You know why? Because he hasn't proved to me. He's been ducking people. He could have fought both of these two fighters right now. Now, whether that has to do with PBC, Earl, what's he called? Old guy. I forget his name. The head dude in charge or whatever of PBC. Um, whether that has to do with it, you you still have not fight. Now they just went ahead and set it up, and the reason why I have Canelo above them is because Canelo has not ducked any smoke. Now people say that he's ducking Charlo and ducking the other people, but no,
That's what I didn't like.
that's
Yeah,
not
I
true.
didn't like that. I was like, Charlo ducking him because Charlo
Right,
didn't want to. Because Charlo, cause let's be honest, Charlo didn't fight nobody,
right, exactly.
and he know if he fights Charlo, that would be a big problem. One of the brothers, that would be a big problem. So I because I feel like Charlo's ducking him because when Charlo saw that fight, the last time Charlo another fight, I know he didn't want to fight him.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, he broke his eye socket. And Saunders was talking so much
yeah.
trash. Young.
Right.
He was talking so much trash, but and then they came with it. I know you saw the press conference. They were still talking more shit. Adrande and because they were still Canelo was saying you haven't fought anybody, and he got a good point.
You did,
People want
yeah.
people want him to fight Benavido, but he's focused on other goals, which I understand that right now.
Right.
They feel like, oh well, you haven't fought enough brothers. Man, you fought at that time the best in the game. You fought Floyd,
Mm.
and to me, that's a powerful thing on your resume. And on top of that, you beat Trout, you beat Cotto, uh, and you beat Mosley. Now Mosley was up in age or whatever, but and you beat Triple G. You beat Triple G. The first fight, Triple G was a little bit close. People feel like he could have won, but
Mm.
Anyway. But yeah,
Fight Jacobs, and Jacob was a hard puncher, and he defeated him.
Jacob. He got Jacob. So let's stop acting like Canelo is ducking black. I'm gonna just say it straight out, ducking black fighter. That's further than the truth.
Right.
It was Golden Boy. Now Oscar De La Hoya. He finna fight on September the 16th for Mexican Independence Day and stuff like that. He wants to get back at Canelo. I'm like, man, Canelo will whoop you in your sleep, man.
Oscar,
Absolutely.
why you want to fight the guy that's on his boxing promotion?
Well, he's not with Golden Boy no more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not with Golden Boy no more. He's with Days In. You notice? I don't know if you kept up with it though, Young, but he's been getting fight after fight after fight. He's had like three. three different fights
Mm,
within in a year and a half. With Oscar and Golden Boy, man, they kept saying, okay, well, he's not gonna fight this, he's gonna fight that. That's why they kept pushing that narrative, like, oh, Canelo was scared of this guy, scared of that guy. Canelo wasn't scared of nobody. He wasn't scared of nobody. And plus, Oscar De La Hoya owes him like 8 million. It was for
mm-hmm.
a lawsuit. So it's a lot of inside stuff, and that's why he left Golden Boy. I'm glad he left Golden Boy because now he's starting to fight more.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, with Fury and Wilder, young, what you know, this is my thing about Wilder, okay, and you probably disagree with me, but it's either put up or shut up now.
Right. Yeah, fam.
It's put up or shut up now. Look, a lot of people they they like, oh yeah, well Fury cheated the glove and all this other stuff. You wasn't saying that in the first fight because he knocked him down. He knocked him down what twice? I think it was
Yes.
two or
Not
three
not
times
too
in
far.
that
Still,
first, and
wait,
still got up.
still got up. No, I think
And
Wilder knocked him once, and then he got up. Furry got up.
oh, okay.
Mm.
Look, either way, he still got up and he outboxed Wilder. Look, Wilder got marketability. He he got drip. You know, let's just give it to him. You know, he knows what he's doing. He's a knockout artist, but he's not your prototypical boxer, and that's the edge that Fury has on him, and he's gonna pick him apart every single time. And people get mad when I say that, but listen, Wilder to me, if you would get with somebody, you fired your trainer. Now I don't think he should have fired his trainer. His trainer was just trying to save his life, but he wanted to
Right.
go out on the shield. But come on, Wilder, you know damn well your ass didn't want to die. You know, come on, man. He was trying to save your life, you know. And I ain't gonna lie, I disagree with that. I don't feel like he should have shot it. Yeah, I know what they boxed for. But what you think, young? Do you think that he should have fired his trainer?
No. You always gotta know. No, trainers always gonna. They're gonna be there. They're gonna save your life. And even firing the trainer, I didn't really get that. You know, it's like you. Why would you fire? Why you fired your trainer? Because you wouldn't like. You was getting like. And you look at that fight. He was definitely getting killed. It was tight. Just very just hit. Just very just hitting them folks on those boxing technique, and that's what Wilder need to learn. Because mind you, he has no defense. Wilder do not have defense. He's cold. Wilder's come in and just throw wild punches, and
Right.
it just knock you out. That's the type of boxer he is. No, and he need to learn how to know the fundamentals, the techniques, the defense, so he be a whole different player. But he definitely was need to put up a shut up because this is what you wanted. Here you go. You know, and then if you lose this one, don't say nothing, don't complain nothing. No, just take it, just take your own responsibility. You know.
Listen, I meant to ask you something last night, young.
Mhm.
When you and Big Who was on here, I may have asked you. I couldn't remember. A lot of people are feeling differently about this Clippers and Mav series, feeling like it could go either way. I'm one of them. I got to hear your take on this, young.
Oh, the
What you think?
Mavs and Clippers.
Yeah, the Mavs and the Clippers.
Um, I mean, it depends on if Porzingis is back. Is he back to the playoffs? You know, if Porzingis is back, then it's going to be a very good playoff game. It might end up 6 games. You know, because because this been a battle for like last year, and now for the Clippers, I would say for the Clippers first is just can they do it? Can they do it? Can Paul George, is Paul George really different from the playoff last time? Is Kawhi's gonna be different? Because now they got Ron. No, now you added new pieces together. Now you added Rondo. You know that's a really good playmaking point guard that can really help. You that can really help you. That can really help your team. So I would love. I want to see how that's going to be. Good bench players, Luke Kennard and them. And for the Mav, really want to see can Luca do it? Can he beat those? Can he beat the Clippers? You know, can he outperform? Because a lot of people saying no, he's the face of the league and stuff. But I'm like, okay, when it comes to playoff, it's you always fall down to the first round. First round. I just first round. Now he has. Now he's facing a team that beat him last year. Now it's either go hard or go home for Luke. Can he do it? At such a young age.
And see, Young, I think I wasn't sure if you was on the line. I was I think I got into it with PSN, Pretty Boy. Shout out to him. Haven't seen him, hadn't heard from him in a while, but PSN, and the question. I think Will Strong. Shout out to Will Strong too. It was all on the stream that day. I seemed like I was the only one that was, uh, as they say, capping for Luca. But all I was telling them is that I said Luca had the potential to win a championship before Giannis did, by the way that he was playing. But that was what the argument was. But the thing about it is that, okay, look, when he dropped 43, 17, and 13 on LA, uh, in I think it was what game was that? That was in that game four. I mean, that to me, that solidified him right there and showed that what he could do. People got to remember not only uh like you said, KP was out. You know what I'm saying? They were down 2-1, and then on top of that, he rolled his ankle. But the thing about it, he was still playing. He was still playing on a bum ankle. So people got to realize that he was playing less than 100%. You know what I'm saying, in that series. So now, as I said in the beginning of the stream, Sterling, look, we got everybody's potentially healthy. Okay. Everybody don't have no excuses now. I don't want to hear none of that. Now it's either put up or shut up. Now they have added some pieces. They're running a triangle. That's going to be interesting to see uh, how that's going to work with the triangle that they're bringing, because it can be kind of a difficult. It could be a difficult offense offense to stop, especially with a young inexperienced Mavericks team. Well, they've experienced. They got a little bit of taste of what it's like, but they don't have champions on their squad.
All right,
Kawhi's a champion. Uh, Ty Lue's a champion.
Rondo.
Rondo, Rondo is a champion. You know,
But Serge is injured, so
say that again, bro.
I said Serge, but like he's injured.
Yeah, Serge Ibaka. I, listen. I I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this, y'all. I think the Mavs can win.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Mavs, and this ain't no shade. Man, shout out to C Hill and who else is a Clippers fan? I think Mookie is.
Showtime, Mookie.
Yeah, Showtime. Listen, this ain't no shade to y'all, man. Listen, I like Kawhi, but I just think that Luca he got a chip on the shoulder. He that them chips that are on your shoulder, man, they definitely looking for some type of dip to dip that in. And I think this is the Clippers is that dip, man.
Right, right.
And I want to see it. Hey, look, young,
Mm-hmm.
we can't sit up here and act like it's not possible. Cause look what happened last night. People like, oh nah, that ain't. Yeah, hey, young, I heard it on everybody the way that they were sounding.
Yeah, yeah, because he was like Kirk, no Curry, no Curry got to know this no Grizzlies, Curry, it's all no Curry. Man, I was like, no, my head was saying job. I was like, man, I don't know. Can they Grizzlies can pull it off? And man, that boy John hit two floaters. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they won. I'm like, whoa. I said,
It's waking people up.
yeah, woke me up. I thought, whoa, and I was like, wow. I was like, damn. So I'm like, and I told people, I said, you know, Curry made it far enough, to the play-in, but I'm saying if he gonna pass the Grizzlies, he would have happened if Clay was there. If Clay didn't get hurt, I feel like they would have beat the Grizzlies. If
Mm.
Clay was there, because he needed Clay the most, because they're one A and one B. You know, you gotta have a team. He needed Curry, Clay needed him. You gotta have both of them together, and seeing that happen to him, man, without Clay, man, that's just hurtful. Next year, when Clay gets back, the Warriors might be slept on next year, and but yeah, but going against the Grizzlies, young, hungry, Ja Morant, who really wants, hungry, who really wants to get people noticed that, hey, man, like I'm here, like, and he put a stamp. And he got us noticing. Like he put a stamp on that playoff. He showed everybody that he could lead a team to a playoff in like his 2 years. It's crazy.
Absolutely. I mean, look, a lot of people, they want to see repetitiveness and they want to see the obvious, and I'm just not with that, young. I don't want to see the obvious. I want to be surprised. I want to be shocked. Like yesterday, I hadn't had that type of feeling uh, in a while. Like that, like, wow, that's crazy, because let's I can't remember if it was Carcino. Shout out to Carcino. Um, it was either Carcino or Two Raw, one of them. But I was listening to them, but they were talking about how everybody everybody had their chance on various years. One year would be, of course, like LA. Then one year would be Detroit. Then, it would be the 76ers. Or then it would be the Rockets. Or then it would be, the Spurs coming into there. Then it would be the Bulls, or then it would be, it was various people in there. It wasn't the same old thing, same old player every single time, with maybe the exception of Jordan those years that he repeated those the besides the year that he took the break, those sets of years that he repeated. Other than that, the NBA, you also had to be worried if the Bulls were gonna get knocked out, because let's just face it, young, the Bulls was going up against a tough New York team, and you had to wonder, oh shoot, is they gonna get knocked out? So that's what it's about. It ain't about the obvious no more, man. We gotta stop all this now. People are wondering if the Mavs can beat the Clippers, if Phoenix can beat LA. Shit, if Milwaukee can knock off some of these teams that are in there, because some people are talking about Milwaukee can knock Brooklyn and Philly out.
No,
But besides that, uh, I'm gonna go ahead, Young. I'm gonna be back just a little bit later. Be sure if you can pull up. I'm gonna be at the game for pulling doing a live breakdown and also getting everybody's opinions at 1 o'clock when for the Milwaukee game. Who you like in that game?
Am I in Milwaukee or am I in Miami?
Oh, you going Miami?
Mm.
What?
Yeah, because we like, oh, Drew Holiday, this all they're different now. I'm like, they say that every season, every year the playoff, like
Oh
what's different now.
man, I'm surprised you said that, Young.
Yeah, I like surprises. That's what I say. I like to be surprised. Like me too. I like to be surprised and like, uh,
Wow, I thought you were gonna go Giannis on him. Okay, shoot, yeah, I was taking Giannis. You know what I'm saying? I do like Bam though. Don't get it twisted. Now Bam is my guy, but uh, I think that Milwaukee gonna pull it out. That's gonna be a good series though. I think that's gonna be a good series. It's not gonna be lopsided by any means. It's not gonna be. But yeah, man, y'all salute. Sterling, you got a page, man? Do you have a page, brother?
YouTube it nah.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I definitely feel. Listen, this brother right here, S Young, for the people that's listening, y'all got to listen to this dude. Y'all need to be listening to him because this guy got a lot of knowledge, and he's equipped to cook you if you feel compelled to try to step to him at any time. I done seen it firsthand. Cause man, the way you the way you fried what's his name, man?
Oh,
I was like, man, and like my phone had ran out, but I was like, yo, I was up in there, yeah, man, get him, yeah. Well, I was like, dang, but because you had enough. But see, and I'm gonna say this before I go. Why disrespect Kobe now when he's in the grave?
hmm
Why disrespect him now? Okay, and why sit up there and bring up something when you know what the obvious was, what the eye test is going to really tell you, instead of just going by the analytics or saying something like, "Oh yeah, well, Magic Johnson is a better shooter than Kobe." Well, that's clearly not the case, man.
it's like 54 field goal percent. It's like
Man,
what?
come on.
So I mean, I just had enough because I'm like I said, I was like. I just had enough because, like, because once he's, he's dead. No, he's dead and gone.
Hmm.
Us guys, I got inspired by Kobe and was Kobe fans or like inspired about him inside outside the court. We gotta keep his legacy going. We gotta make sure people won't forget his legacy and what he did. What he did in that court and outside of the court. And to me, I was in a feisty mood. I was in an angry mood,
I can
and
tell. I like, man. I never seen you. That's why I was messing with you when I came on. And you and Wiltsey, I was talking about the Kobe moments and stuff. But I was gassed up too because I was just like, man, these people are young. They really act like they love Kobe. But I think you put it out there, and LB put it out there too, and Lou, and even
mm-hmm.
T. Price. Shout out to T. Price too. Nobody loved Kobe like that when he was at his peak.
Right.
But besides that, man, yeah, 1 o'clock, I'll be in there. Uh, I holler at y'all, man. Y'all hit the like and hit the sub.